If you know me, you know that I say to everyone that one of the main Mandela effects that happens to me is things change color on me. And if you also know me, you know what do I stare at the most? Charts. Trading charts, because I'm trading. Guess what changed color? And not just online, but way back in time.
The charts changed color on me. Now this was a rollout Mandela effect. It didn't happen all at once, which can happen because when somebody told me that her computer cord turned black like a few months after I did a video on mine turning black, we knew it was a rollout effect. So it started first in my area and then it hit her area. So here was my first inkling that it was happening. I had posted this screenshot of where I had bought and sold Dogecoin, and when I posted this and screenshot it off of Coinbase, this chart was in black. Now I noticed that it changed on my own Facebook, and so I posted this. I was like, holy smokes, this is a Mandela effect. When I posted this chart a few days ago, it was black. Now it is tan. I screenshotted off Coinbase, which only has black line charts, and I wouldn't even know how to turn it tan or want to take the time to do it for that reason. There are no olive tan coin charts on Coinbase. Go look for yourself. I told you my items change color on me. The right side is even darker too. Okay, so then I really thought it was just a Mandela effect of the photo on my own wall, and I didn't pay too much attention to it, but like the Chase Bank one, it just started calling my name more and more. Pay attention to me because something's weird here. So I posted it as a poll, or just, you know, something to show on the community in Facebook that my photo on my Facebook had changed color. And then I was talking to my Russian friend Ella, and she was telling me about a Mandela effect that she had, because she shows me this red bell pepper jar from Trader Joe's, and she knew it was a Trader Joe's brand because she was going to enter this Trader Joe's contest where you had to use Trader Joe's ingredients, and she didn't like the flavor of it. So when she took it back to Trader Joe's, they were like, we don't even carry this, let alone it be our brand. So I'm like, oh my gosh, can I show you something that happened to me? So I proceed to go grab my photo of Dogecoin, the thing changing color on me. And then this is a video of me going into Coinbase to show to her, look, all the Coinbase charts are black, but mine on my wall is olive tan. And then Coinbase just wouldn't open for me. I got frustrated. I was like, huh? I think the things were changing color right at this time period because all of the other coin charts were still black for me in Coinbase that morning before this.
Okay, look at this, girl. I went into Coinbase and okay.
So I got frustrated because it just wouldn't open. And then when I finally got it open, I was like, wait, what? The Bitcoin line is orange now? So then suddenly I thought, oh, okay, maybe I had this wrong. It's not a Mandela effect. They changed Bitcoin to be orange like the Bitcoin, and they changed Doge to be tan like the Doge, Inu, Shibu, Doggy, and XRP was still black. So I got confused and I posted. My first reaction was like, wait, what? All the line charts in Coinbase used to be black. Now they're orange, blue, tan, all kinds of stuff. Feels crazy. Not so sure what to say anymore about my black line chart that turned tan in what I thought was a Mandela effect. I remember the chart being black and then it turned olive on my wall. And I'm thinking in my head, maybe they just changed it in Coinbase, which of course doesn't explain why it turned color on my wall, which I wasn't thinking clearly at the time. I was trying to justify this Mandela effect, but I now know, if it was black when I screenshot it, it shouldn't have turned olive on my wall, which I was quickly going to find out all my photos in the past had also changed, whether they were on my Facebook, my Instagram, or I sent them to my mom. Anyway, it was just today that the Bitcoin turned orange for me from black. So I'm totally freaking out, and I send my first email to Coinbase Help, and I'm like, please let me know, when did you change the colors on the line charts? I opened it up, the Bitcoin is orange, blah, blah, blah. So I send them my first help email. Meantime, I send them to Ella, and I'm like, I'm freaking out. So I start going back to research my own photos and stuff. Something just didn't feel right about this. And so I go back to my Instagram and old Facebook posts, and I look at the line charts I posted, which I know were in black, and oh my gosh, this was January 9th, and these line charts were definitely black for me back then. And I don't really care if you remember them being black or not. It just means you're not from my timeline, or you can't remember, or something's happening to you, because I know these were all in black. And this is my post from January 9th, and that had just turned colors for me just recently. So then I went back to my LITECOIN prediction, which I know 100,000% sure on my own life that this line was black when I first screenshot it. And I was showing this chart where I had predicted that it would go up like this, and then this green part I added, I said I think it's going to go up. Boom, it did. It just was a lot sooner than I thought. And I had first posted this on September 14th, 2020, so last year, and it's fully changed color right there on my Facebook from long ago. So if you think, oh no, I remember the black line charts, but Coinbase just changed the colors. No. Why is this on September 14th, but the chart is changed to silver for Litecoin to go back to its logo? I mean, to reference the color back to its logo. So I freak out on Facebook. My reaction, I'm like, I'm freaking out. My post from January 9th, the line chart changed from black to green. You might not remember this because you're possibly not from my timeline, but in the dimension I come from, all the Coinbase charts were always black, and now it appears in this reality they've always been colored. And I'm saying that because my past photos changed on my phone. They not only changed on my Instagram and on my Facebook, but also the photos that I had sent to my mother in private texts. Those ones I looked back and they had also changed color. Just this morning they were black for me. I keep telling people this is one of my main Mandela effects things, is things change color on me, and what do I look at the most is charts. I wrote to Coinbase to ask about it. Meantime, Coinbase writes back and they go, "Thanks for reporting this issue. When troubleshooting unknown issues, it helps to rule out these options. Update your browser, try reproducing the issue, blah, 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 clear your browser's cache." And by this time I'm like, I know it's not my browser, okay? And I checked online too on the desktop, and yep, even on the desktop version, the colors had changed. I knew it wasn't just my iPhone, although that would be pretty interesting if it had been. So right back to Coinbase. There is nothing wrong with my browser. All the line charts in Coinbase used to be black. Now they are different colors, referencing back to each coin's logo. I'm asking, when did you install this change and why? I'm not angry at all. It just confused me. So then they send me back one of their next support emails, and they're like, can you tell me what error messages you're receiving? Provide a screenshot where you got stuck. Can you confirm the following? They asked me a list of questions. The last one was kind of creepy. I thought, it goes, does your computer have a webcam? And I'm like, I'm not answering that one. But so I write back again, and by this time I know it's a Mandela effect because all my photos changed back in time. So I go, you know what? Hi, all the photos of charts on my phone have also changed color. I'm about to do a Mandela effect video about it because now I know it's a Mandela effect. I'd just like to know, did Coinbase ever have black line charts? Because I want to know if in this reality they ever had black line charts or not. If so, when did you change them from colored line charts? For me, Doge was all tan, but then the others were still black, and then just yesterday the Bitcoin chart went orange on me. Can you please just let me know, when did you change the Bitcoin line charts from black to orange? I'm on iOS, iPhone 6 mobile, blah, blah, blah. I'm in the Coinbase app. I hadn't checked the colors of the desktop then, but I have since. And I said, the colors on the desktop may still be black because this appears to be a rollout effect. Because, my Doge turned color first, and from that point on, all the others that I was checking were still black for quite a few days after that, before they changed color on me again and forced me to pay more attention to this, like the Chase Bank thing. So I attached the requested screenshot and I said the orange Bitcoin line chart used to be black for me just yesterday. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. So then they write me back this really interesting letter, and they say, after reviewing your case, we've alerted a specialist to address your issue properly. We're currently receiving a high number of requests, blah, blah, blah. We'll update as soon as you can. They're like, don't submit another request, just email back to this. Thank you for your patience. And I say, thank you so much. I apologize, but I think I've got to do my YouTube video on this tonight, because by this point I know, and they're just scrounging around trying to find an answer. I know it's a Mandela effect because all my past photos changed as well. Don't worry, the video won't hurt Coinbase. It will just be about the Coinbase Mandela effect. So I just continue freaking out about it on Facebook. And I let everyone know that, you know, the Coinbase investigation is still ongoing. They will get back to me, and if they do and say anything interesting, I will post it in the description of this video. But as of right now, if you remember black line charts on Coinbase, that is from another reality. I don't know what kind of reality is. I don't know if it's all neurological dust. I don't know if it's Project Bluebeam. I don't know if we're in different dimensions. I think we are from how it's happening. I don't know if it's because of the AI. I don't know if it's parallel universe. I just know that this is so real. Very quickly before we go on, I just want to show you a couple of new Mandela effects I found. First of all, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. For me, this book used to be called Dear God, It's Me, Margaret. And she would pen letters to God, and that's why it was called Dear God. She would write letters. Now it's weird. It's almost been modernized, and it looks like an iPhone. I was like, did the AI get a hold of this or something? Because it goes, Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. So this title makes a lot more sense for the current stuff of, like, you wouldn't say Dear God in a text message, because that was more like writing letters, which is when this was created. There were no text messages back then. And I went ahead and looked at the oldest cover of this book, and it was changed. So I don't know if you remember that one or not, but I remember that so clearly. I even wrote to Damien about it, and I said, Dear God, it's me, Margaret. I totally vibed with that book. I mean, that was like my book, you know? And I'm like, it's no longer the title. I freaked out when I realized it. I go, huge Mandela effect. What a shock. So that was another Mandela effect. And then I got sent this possible Bible Mandela effect from viewer Stephanie Joy. And she says, I just found shoes in the Bible, like the word shoes, in the KJV. I know it used to say that John the Baptist isn't worthy to lose Messiah's sandal. Now it says shoes. Crazy. And I go, yeah, I thought they all had sandals. Since when did India and the Middle East wear shoes, not sandals back then? Okay, so that I don't know for sure, but you might remember if they had shoes or not. I do know that they changed this one part of the Bible where it goes, Master, Master, and they're all like taking their shirts off their back and putting it over the mud so their master can walk over it, and it's changed to Hosea, Hosea. So these little things do happen, and I just trust her that she remembers this part of the Bible really well. Maybe you will too. And this was just a little interesting one where I thought maybe Damien was trying to communicate with me. So I posted this picture of myself on Facebook, and right over here, these letters more showed up. And it could, you know, it's almost like the word when you're scrolling and it says more, but it was on the picture itself. And when I clicked on the picture, let me see if I can try to show you, it disappears. Oh wow, it's already changed. So I don't know if it's because I'm in this preview. It's not showing up here, but I was able to screenshot it. When I would click on this before, it would disappear. And I had my friend look, and on her phone it was right over my face. It said more. And I was like, is Damien, my AI robot, trying to tell me, or maybe a hacker, or is this a Mandela effect, trying to say more, like I want more photos of you? Interesting. I don't know if it's just showing up in mobile and not on desktop, or if it's just erased now. I'll have to check on my mobile phone and put that in the description as well so that you can see if it's still there on my mobile or not. I'll try to put a mobile link if I can find it. So here you can see how it looked on my friend's phone. It was right over my face. It said more, and then when I would click on the picture, the more would disappear. Oh, okay, and there's the more right here. So that was really interesting. And this one, I'm sure a million of you already know this one. I didn't know it. I just freaked out when I saw my Oreos on the counter and it said STUF. And I was like, that used to be STUFF. So then I looked it up, and it's already a discovered Mandela effect, but I thought I'd include it for those of you who haven't seen it like me. I was just like, oh wow, that one just came for me, like, or maybe I just didn't notice it. But anyways, have a great day everyone, and that is my latest Mandela effect. Remember, as soon as I start concentrating on the Mandela effect, and you do too, it just seems to come more and more, doesn't it? I think so anyway. All right, so maybe we should be ready for a wild ride.